Hooty hoo, all my stock market gamblers. Welcome today. I'm Tall Mike. It's Monday, December 21st. We got a short trading week this week with Christmas on Friday. So let's get started here. What's going on in the markets today? Well, what do you know? We can have a down day. We're having a down day. 300 points on the Dow, 200 points on the NASDAQ at the time of this recording. Now, these losses could extend. They could also bounce back. We'll see what happens as the day, moves along. What I want to talk about today is Tesla. Now, Tesla just got added to the S&P 500. Now, the S&P 500 is up roughly 15% on the year. That's a good year, right? You're up 15% in the year of the pandemic. That's good. Now, most of the gains in the S&P 500 have been concentrated on just 5 stocks, mainly Facebook, Apple, Amazon, Netflix, and Google. If you had bought just these 5 stocks, you would be doing a little better than the rest of the S&P, because the S&P 495 is not doing quite as well as these 5 stocks. These 5 stocks are responsible for S&P 500 being up. Now, what happened? What happened on Friday when they added Tesla? They added Tesla to the S&P 500. Well, Tesla was trading at a record high, about $690, let's call it, okay, just below 700. And today Tesla's down about $30, I think, so it's around 660. But what has Tesla done in the past? Let's call it since March. Do you realize in March, split adjusted, Tesla was trading at $70 thereabout, and now it's roughly, split adjusted at 700. If they didn't split the stock, they split it 5 for 1, and it would have been 350 to 3,500. Anyways, so it went from $70 to $700. This is 1,000% return, right? I mean, everybody loves Tesla. It's doing great. It's been the banner stock of the year. So they added into the S&P 500. Now, what if Tesla pulls back? Can it pull the whole stock market down with it? Can it pull the S&P 500 down with it? Yes, I think it can. I think it can. What would happen if Tesla just returned to its 50-day moving average? Okay, its 50-day moving average is below $300. That would mean that Tesla pulled back over 50%. An over 50% correction to its 50-day moving average. Stocks pull back to their 50-day moving average all the time. Happens every day. Stocks pull back. Tesla is way up. Way up. They added into the S&P. And I'm not saying it's going to crash, but I am saying, what if it pulls back just to its 50-day moving average at 300? Now, its 200-day moving average is around 120, let's call it. What if it pulled back to its 200-day moving average? Do stocks ever pull back to a 200-day moving average? They do it all the time. They do it all. I know it's Tesla, and Tesla can't pull back. It's an electric car company. Do you realize all these electric car companies that are coming in? Everybody wants to be an electric car company. Just last week, I think Baidu came out and said, we're going to make electric cars also. And the stock shot up 20-25%. Look at Baidu. It's above 200. Just because they're going to make an electric car. Now, is it that easy to make an electric car? I bet you if Domino's Pizza came out tomorrow and they said that they were going to make electric cars to deliver their pizzas, that the stock price would double in the next month or 2. Isn't that crazy? Electric cars are in. Is there that much profit in electric cars? No, there really isn't. There's very little profit in car companies. Where does Tesla make most of its profits from? It makes its profits by selling its tax credits in the open market. It doesn't make its profits from building and selling cars. And the car business historically has been like a 5% profit margin. Will Tesla continue to outperform? Will it become a $1 trillion car company worth more than all the other car companies combined? Will it hit that $1,000 mark? I believe it can. I just don't believe it will. I think we're going to get a pullback here now. Like I say, right around $700. Am I short Tesla? No, I'm not short Tesla. But I do think it's going to pull back. I do think it's going to come down, and I do think it can pull the rest of the stock market with it. Can it get down to $300? Can it get down to $100? These would be buying opportunities. Tesla's worth more than $100, and I believe it's worth more than $300. Do I believe it's worth $700 where it's at right now? No, not right now. I don't believe that is worth $700. Okay, so is it going to happen soon? Is it going to happen soon? We're at the end of the year, right? Wow, the end of the year. Christmas on Friday, and we got the New Year next week. Wow, where did this year go? I think a lot of people are going to be excited to get out of 2020. It was a rough year for a lot of people. I hope 2021 is going to be better. I'm just not sure if the stock market's going to be better. Now, the stock market did great in 2020. The rest of the world crashed. So maybe the rest of the world will start to do well, and maybe the stock market will come down. But do I think it's going to come down right away? No, I don't think so. I don't even think the pullback today is the start of the crash. Now, some point, we're going to get a crash. We are. It's going to happen. It happens all the time. About every 5 years, we go into a bear market on average. Okay, we haven't had a bear market in 10 years. We've been straight up, but no bear markets. We don't want a bear market. They say we don't ever have one again. You know why? Because the Fed is going to print money. They're just going to keep printing money to keep making the stock market go higher. Now, how long will this work? Will it work forever? I guarantee you it won't work forever, but how long could it work? Could it work another year? Could it work another 2 years? Of course it could. Do I think it will? No, I don't think it will. I think 2021 is the year the stock market comes down. I just don't think we're going to come down yet because we just got that announcement. The announcement that they just reached a stimulus deal agreement. Isn't that great? Another $1 trillion. Hey, everybody's going to get a check for $600. That's going to help everybody. It's going to change their lives. $600, right? Okay, we're going to extend some of those unemployment benefits. Great. We can pay people not to work longer. We can close down the economy. Isn't this all just great news? Well, it's printing of money, and Fed is going to continue to print money. See, we don't have the $600 just to send people checks. There's not money sitting in a safe somewhere at the Federal Reserve. They don't have money. Our government's broke. Our states are broke. Our cities are broke. Everyone's in debt. Debt is the way, right? Okay, now the debt bubble's going to be great. Until it's not. When's that going to happen? Well, I think it's going to happen in 2021 for sure. So in the next 12 months, I think we're going to get a market crash. I do believe that. Do I know when? If I knew when, I could make us all rich, couldn't I? If I could just tell you what day the market's going to go down 20, 30, 40%, that would be good to know, wouldn't it? Yeah, I don't know. I do think it's going to be in 2021. I do believe that. Now we'll be, subscribe to my channel. We'll be back here and we'll talk about it. We'll talk about when it goes down. We'll talk about it at the same time next year and see how the market did this year. I do not think 2021 is going to be a good year for the market. Now, I think they're going to continue to print money. Yes, I do. But money to the stock market, it's like a drug. It's like heroin, right? So they put $3 trillion in the market with the last stimulus package. And the market just went up. Look, they put $1 trillion in, just made the announcement this time. Now, $3 trillion, $1 trillion. $1 trillion is not going to have the same effect as $3 trillion. Even another $3 trillion is not going to have the same effect as $3 trillion. You need to get $5 trillion, $10 trillion. And I think they're going to try that. I really do. I think this next 2021, we will be another $6 or $7 trillion in debt from where we are right now. Look at the Fed's balance sheet. Just in March was only $4 trillion. It's almost $8 trillion now. $4 trillion to $8 trillion since March. Do I think it's going to go from $8 trillion to 10? Yeah, oh, absolutely. 8 to 15? Absolutely. 8 to 16? I think it'll double. I think they're going to double it this year, 2021. Now, what's that going to look like? It's going to be painful. Do you realize the more money they print, the more poverty we get? How is that possible? Well, they give everybody that check for $600. Now, what do the people do? They go and they spend that check. They buy stuff at Amazon, right? They buy food. They have to eat. Everybody's got to eat. But the money ends up going into the market, making people richer, making the rich richer. Jeff Bezos, he's going to get a lot of these $600 checks. He's going to get billions more, right? So the more they print, the more poverty comes. It's very sad. But anyways, I want to tell you about my new acronym. Okay, so there's FANG, the Facebook, Apple, Amazon, Netflix, and Google, right? Those are the FANG stocks. Well, when you add Tesla to the FANG stocks, it doesn't spell anything, FANG-ta, or put it in front, FANG. Well, anyways, here's my new acronym for it. Okay, FAT-NEG. Facebook, Amazon, Tesla, Netflix, Apple, Google. FAT-NEG. That's what I think adding Tesla into the stock market, into the S&P 500 is. It's a big fat neg. Okay, when I was in the horse racing business, I used to own race horses. When my horse didn't run well and it came in last, everyone would call it an old nag. A nag is a broken down racehorse, okay? Anyways, when you add Tesla into the S&P 500, I got an acronym for you. FAT-NEG. It's my acronym. Okay, the stocks that have led the market so high, they're the ones that are going to be sending the market lower. They're the ones that are going to be sending the market down. That's my opinion. It's going to happen in 2021 at some point in 2021. We'll see if I'm right. I want to be wrong, but I know I'm not going to be wrong. I think I'm going to be right. Anyways, come back and hear me again. I'm Tall Mike. Hit that thumbs up button if you like this, and hit the subscribe button if you want to hear more of this. We'll talk soon. Have a great trading day out there, and we'll see what the market does. Bye-bye.